video, we talked about Milan and getting the bonds to sign Bonucci and Biglia, Monchi taking shots at AC Milan, and Inter swooping and are close to signing Emre Moore. What's up, everybody? I'm Marco Messina.
And I'm Michael Cantaris.
And welcome back to Italian Football TV. This is our transfer news recap video. You guys loved the video that we did yesterday where we changed up the format. Someone in the comments, we'll put their name right here, gave us a fantastic suggestion. We're gonna try it out. So basically, we're gonna go through the biggest topics, give our opinions, and then at the end of the video, we'll list off any of the news that's newsworthy but not really talkable. So let's get into this. Where Napoli, not really transfer news, but Napoli were paired up with Mario Balotelli's niece today for the Champions League qualifiers. A little bit of the battle of the Mohawks in this one. Mike, what do you think about this matchup? Because it could be considered one of the toughest draws that Napoli could have gotten.
It actually is a tough draw, considering Nice knocked out Ajax from the last round, and you know Ajax was in the Europa League final with Manchester United last season. So I don't think it's gonna be an easy draw, but I do think Napoli are gonna go through this draw. Make it.
Man, going for an early prediction right there.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go through though. They're a better team overall.
I can't wait to see Balotelli come back to Napoli and play a little bit.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be really nice.
He's gonna get eliminated.
He's gonna, yeah, I know. I'm sorry, like guys, we gotta stick with Napoli. Of course, we like to support the Italians abroad, but Napoli completely outweigh Mario Balotelli's little niece. Callejon today did come out with an interview praising Maurizio Sarri, saying how fantastic of a coach he is, how he cares about the tiniest details, and he works on the club's and players' mentality a lot to make sure they are strong for the match. That's one of the big things that he actually strives for, and I thought that was pretty interesting. Getting a nice insight on some of the coaches is something I always like to hear, and since it tied in with getting Nice and mentality, I decided to throw that one in there. But let's move on to some Juventus news, where Corriere dello Sport are saying that Keita Balde has rejected offers from Milan, Napoli, and West Ham because he wants to join Juventus and only Juventus. Juve's offer is still only at 20 million. Lazio want 25 million plus bonuses to try to get that price to 30 million. You think he rejected these three clubs for Juventus, Mike?
Maybe.
Really?
I think he does like Italy a lot. You know, he speaks the language.
Two of those teams are Italian. Milan and Napoli.
Okay, but Juve is a top tier. I'm saying outside of Italy, so that's one way he wants to say Juve are the best team right now. But I don't think it's the best for him to go there. I don't think he's gonna develop as much unless he stays at Lazio. I think that'd be the best thing. Just like Sheik, if he stayed at Sampdoria one more season.
You think it's too toxic now? I feel like it's toxic.
I don't know, whatever. It's a little awkward in the beginning. Yeah. They're gonna need him. It's Sampdoria. They're not like a powerhouse of a club. I'm talking about Sheik.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about Lazio.
No, for Lazio, I think he'd be good for them.
We're talking about Keita Balde. Why are you talking about
I was switching because it's like a similar situation.
Mike, a Milan fan, only thinking about Milan.
Stop saying that. He's not gonna get that many minutes at Juve, and he's not gonna flourish with the player.
Do you think he rejected Milan and Napoli? I don't think he rejected Milan and Napoli. I don't know.
I feel like he thinks he can go to Juve, so he just has his mindset on that.
Maybe. But yeah, there's no real new developments on that front. Mike, you'll be happy to hear that Milan got the approved bonds to sign Bonucci and Biglia. Guys, there was this whole issue which Fasone did come out yesterday saying it's a non-issue, and he was correct because apparently today one of the banks did approve Bonucci and Biglia's move. They got the money. They apparently deposited it to the Lega today, and the move is gonna happen, and they will play their next few matches. How do you feel?
The chaos is over. Everyone's been going crazy, but deep down we really knew it was just a little stunt pulled by the journalists or whoever put it, putting on the headlines to get the Milan fans nervous. But it really wasn't nothing.
So much drama around Milan this year. Pretty funny. And apparently, guys, I don't have sources on this. I know Tancredi Palmieri tweeted this out. I really didn't research it enough, but apparently the bank who gave the bonds, you know where I'm going with this or no?
No.
Okay, the bank who gave the bonds for Bonucci is apparently owned by the Agnelli family.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
That's it? I thought that was...
That's maybe to help him out. I was like, okay, we don't want you at Juve anymore. Speed up the process so he doesn't return back to Torino.
Oh, yo, if he came back to Torino, what would then happen?
Juve need him. They'd be more than happy. Let's be honest, dude.
Let's not go down that route again. Let's move on to some Roma news right now. There's actually a lot today with Roma and Inter. So starting off with Roma, Cengiz Ünder was announced in similar fashion to what Besiktas did.
Hi Lorenzo, of course I will come to IC Roma.
Pretty funny. These clubs are getting ridiculous with the way that they're announcing.
It's a little too much, but it's still better than a boring old, jersey picture. And that's
the thing is, I feel like if now you do the old boring jersey thing, you stand out because everyone else is doing that.
I can see that. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Anyway, during his presentation, he said, "Do not call me the new Dybala. I am Cengiz. Don't compare me to him, to Paulo Dybala, because of course he was called the new Dybala." And having watched him live, I think both Mike and I agreed that he did resemble and play similar to Paulo Dybala, but he doesn't want to be known at that. During this presentation, Monchi got to comment on a few things, and one of the things where he took some shots at your Milan right here, he said, "Our goal isn't to bring 65,000 fans to the stadium." 65,000 was Milan's attendance for the Europa League match. "Our goal is to win. We want to win." I think that Roma fans are smart enough to realize that we do not need big signings to go to the stadium. We already have great players.
They just deflated Milan's amazing mercato in 2 seconds. I think Monchi might be a little jealous, and I think Pavota's actually happy. All the heat's off of him. Remember the remark he said?
Pavota's getting Monchi to say something. He's like, "Yo, I'm getting all the flack for this one. Monchi, say this."
Help me out.
No, Monchi is a great guy. I know you're saying that you think he may be a little bit jealous. He's a great guy. I know he didn't mean this with bad intentions, and I know a lot might have been portrayed as that. It is weird that he did say, "Our goal is not to bring 65,000 fans to the stadium." But again, you have to realize that these journalists that are there, these Italian journalists, are savages. They ask the question like, "What do you think about Milan getting 65,000 and Rome can't get 65,000? And then he responds like, "All right, well, that's not our primary goal. Our goal is to win," which is fair. But then taking out of context from the situation, everyone's like, "Yo, Monchi, yo, this Monchi." I don't know. That's just my 2 cents.
No, I get what you're saying for sure. He didn't say anything too wrong, but it does sound a little weird because we really didn't hear the question at first. And like you were saying, these guys are crazy. They do anything to put a nice headline to sell. So
and get us to talk about it.
And get us to talk about it. But hopefully Roma do secure a nice winger because we know they need it.
Yeah, but he says they don't need it. The thing that was funny is he said Roma fans are smart enough to not need big signings. Basically saying that you were quiet until you started making signings. You look red right there.
Red.
Milan, yeah.
I'm not a Milan fan. Stop saying, guys. Everyone keeps saying I'm a Milan fan. I'm just loving their mercato, and Monchi just criticized their whole mercato. Just deflated everything.
I promise you, one day I'll get him to say it on camera. Every time this camera goes off, he talks about it. All right, let's go on to some Inter news right now, where apparently they swooped in and gotten Emre Moore, who was apparently contacted by both Fiorentina and Roma. Today, Inter have an agreement with a salary for Emre Moore, and they offered Dortmund a €2 million loan with 10 million option to buy based off the number of appearances that he gets. I'm assuming that it becomes an obligation after a certain number of appearances, and Inter are going for him because Serie will not lower their price for Karamoa, the 19-year-old French winger we talked about yesterday. They want 10 million, they won't go lower than that, and apparently Inter swooped in, and Monchi commented saying that Roma are not going for Emre Moore because they already got Cengiz Ünder. What do you think about this signing for Inter? Before I say that, a little bit of backstory. Inter fans not the happiest, but what do you think? This is the only signing.
First of all, Monchi's going crazy. He's talking about the whole mercato for every team. And I think Moore could be pretty good. I feel like Dortmund offloaded him just because they have so many players like that. Quick, fast wingers all the time. And they have a great academy. So this wouldn't be the worst thing for Inter. Yes, he's not proven at the highest level, but he seems like he's a young kid with a lot of potential. Not bad for a team that's really not spending and getting a lot of players. I'm kind of excited to see him.
The thing is, first of all, Dortmund, €2 million loan with an option to buy, that would make no sense to do this kind of deal. Second of all, I would rather Inter to sign Keita Balde. That would make a lot more sense for me.
Want to go.
But to be fair, we don't know Emre Moore as well as probably many of you guys know Emre Moore. So if you do know him, let us know what to expect from him. Inter fans, not the most excited, but he is young. The direction from Inter still seems very scattered. Having said that, there's 2 players in the midfield who might be leaving for Inter, and we'll give our quick opinion. João Mario is apparently up for sale by Inter. All they want is to get 35 million for him. They're willing to sell at that price. They bought him for 45 million last year, and according to Gazzetta, that's the price they want to sell. And Kondogbia apparently wants to leave Inter because he is not getting the playing time he likes, and he wants to go score some amazing own goals elsewhere. And Inter won 25 to 30 million for him, and again, they paid around 40 to 45 when they signed him. What do you think about both of these players leaving? Do you think it's a smart idea?
First of all, for João Mario, I actually think he's a very good player. I guess it's something that we're not seeing with him. I always thought he was very solid. Whenever he played, he always gave 100%, very talented. Kondogbia, on the other hand, kind of a flop, right?
I agree.
We thought it was going to be the next big thing. Spent so much money, now they're hoping to get like half an amount so he can leave the club. He's not that good, but there's some potential for him. I still would keep João Mario though.
You would keep João? I thought João Mario was very good actually. They tried him out in a few different positions. He played under a few different coaches, which is not easy. But it goes back to like how Banega left. I thought Banega was a good player.
What's going on?
And maybe there's something that we don't know.
That's true.
Kondogbia, on the other hand, I feel like since they did pay that much money for him, they were a little bit stubborn, like, listen, we need to give this guy a chance, of course, which makes sense under different ownership, that he was purchased and this and that, and it's not an easy situation. But yeah, I mean, I guess take your losses, see what Spalletti wants to do with the team, and if these guys are not there.
They should. I mean, they gotta trust Spalletti. We all know he's a solid coach, so you gotta put your faith into him, and let's see what happens.
Okay, Mike, you want to get the shout out ready? As I'll read the news real quick, just in case this is like the basic stuff. Gio Simeone could be an idea for Tottenham Hotspurs, according to Gazzetta. Rabiot said one day I could play in the Serie A, but for now I am good at PSG. He's been linked with the move to Juventus. Gaston Ramirez was officially announced by Sampdoria today. Cáceres was officially announced as an Hellas Verona player today. Biabiani was officially announced as a Sparta Praga player. Roma made their last and final offer for Mahrez of 35 million, waiting to see if Leicester City will accept it or not. And Sky Sports UK are saying that Juventus are in talks with Stoke City, who are ready to offer 15 million euros for Mario Lemina, and Juve are in London speaking for him. And might I just add, I know we're not commenting on this, Juventus, please sell Lemina if you get that 15 million offer. Let the kid go to Stoke. I don't want to see him anymore.
He's not bad. He's like a Juve type of player.
Dude, someone commented. Screw you. Someone commented, Lemina has the attitude of Pogba and the skills of someone like bad. I don't remember who he said.
Messi?
No. Not Messi. No, he's like, he's got the attitude of Pogba and the skills like freaking, I don't know, Asamoah. I think it was Asamoah. That's the most accurate information.
He's so young. I hope he becomes world star and leaves
Okay, but yesterday when I'm saying Mateo Kovac is just so young, they're both 23 years old.
Kovac is a great player.
You were bashing him yesterday. You're saying he's not good for the midfield.
I said he's still young. He has a lot of potential, and I don't think he's fit Juve right now. I don't think he's a ready player for Juventus. I never said he was a bad player. Go back in yesterday's video and check. I never said he was a bad player or anything. Did I? I don't think it's a guy that Juve need, and I don't know, maybe for a smaller Serie A club? Smaller Serie A club? Smaller Serie A club? I did?
Read the shout out.
Okay, I will. Marco knows he's wrong. Whatever. So we got an order from our boy Scott Sedley. He actually lives in New York. Ooh. So in this area,
for sure.
Come by the studio one day.
What hat?
He's a Roma fan. Ordered the Giallo Rosso cap. So, yeah.
Thanks. What's his name?
Scott.
Mine's like SS.
One T, guys, don't mess it up, okay? But yeah, so Marco, tell them how they can get a shout out in the future videos, how they can enter.
No, if you want a shout out, turn on our post notifications for YouTube and for Instagram. Send us a message somehow. And also, if you do buy a hat though, you will be in tomorrow's video. Link for that is in the description. And guys, as always, please comment down below. Maybe you like this new format. If you do like it, comment that and then give your opinion on everything we had to talk to. Any last words, Mike?
I wonder what Monchi's gonna say tomorrow for the other clubs. This is gonna be interesting.
Mike is heating up. Don't mess with his Milan. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.
Ciao, guys.